Whoa. Stupid idiot. I seethe in my anger. I swallow my answers. I try to listen.
Alright, so Kenzie and I have both been sick for the last few days, which has been a bummer, which means that I haven't had a chance to go out and ride or really do anything outside of the house, just here, right? So we went through and we cleaned the entire garage out. We went through and got all these stupid boxes that were here out. Now I can back up both the RS as well as the GTR into the garage and get in and out, because before I couldn't do that. Which normally wouldn't be that big of a deal, but the reason I do think it is a big deal is because we were playing with car situations, right? Here's another car situation that's a good thing. Normally you can see us, but this car doesn't have lights on the inside. Sorry. Alright, so we are over here at Scooter Zone. Reason we are over here at Scooter Zone is because I haven't been able to ride for the past few days. Shouts out to me being sick. So, figured we come over here a little later on at night after the guys have been closed up here for a couple hours, and we get a quick sesh. The rest of the plans for tonight are we gotta go donate some stuff. We gotta go get food, and I gotta show you guys my scooter wheel collection because it's pretty extensive, to say the least. Figured it was something that you guys might enjoy taking a look at, so we'll get there. But first, let's get some clips, shall we? I didn't forget my helmet this time. Safety first, kids. All right, first line of the night, we're gonna keep it pretty simple. We'll just go with like a quick feeble. We'll do front lip, feeble, and then we'll manny around, stall, come to fakie, and like half cap bar in or something like that. Oh, the manny. Well, I'm hopping. Whatever. Nice. It was choppy, but whatever. All right, so I got that line out of the way. Here's what it is. It's sketchy, but it's late. I haven't ridden in a couple days. So, give me something to do. Just something. Do like an air out from like the 5 to the 3. Okay. Can you do a turn down? Yeah. From the 5 to the 3? Yeah, I can do that. A couple quick tricks on the 5-foot side, and then do your turn down. I landed pretty low on that flare. Yeah, it sounded like it broke something. It might have. Oh goodness. It's probably just the wood flexing. All right, well, we got that one. I actually like things I don't usually do since it's been a couple days. I'll do a flat out kickless. Watch out. How about I'll do like a Brian. Oh, I got a whip front. I'll do a whip front on this somewhere. How about I should do like a line that's got a whip front and a lynch. What the heck is a lynch? Yeah, I'll do that. And then a bar twist out. Not a lynch. Kenzie, that was disgusting. Oh, I'm so sorry. Excuse me. Just like downside whip, lip, and then we'll do lynch, whip front somewhere, and then stall somewhere and bar twist out of here. Oh, it's supposed to Brian. How was it invert? Oh! For those of you guys that think us pros do literally everything first try, you got another thing coming. I was like ready to screw up the bar twist. I was like in acceptance. I was like, I'm gonna screw this part up. Idiot.
Hey, I have a question.
Huh?
Is that thing where you kind of slipped and did the hand grab called the lynch?
Yeah, it's the lynch. I'll do a better one.
It should be a slip and fall.
Well, you heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen, the slip and fall. I'm gonna do a better lynch because that one was kind of crappy. I'm not gonna do the whole line again, I'll just do the lynch. What?
It just looks like you're slipping and you're catching yourself.
I feel like you need to get a trick.
No. Yeah, the bar spin or tail whip.
Yeah, you ain't lying. You've been lagging on that. Why don't you tell everybody why you've been lagging on that? Let them know.
This camera is so heavy. I don't understand how you hold it like that. I'm like,
I'll show you. I'm a horse.
Oh goodness, don't start that again.
I have no idea why you're not comfortable in front of the camera yet.
Because
I've been doing this for years.
Okay, one thing about me, I'm so awkward.
Why are you looking at me?
Because I'm awkward. I hate the camera. I get so nervous. My arm is dying. I don't understand.
Why are you looking at me still? Look it, when I talk to them, I'm talking to them like this. Hello guys, not hello guys. I hope you're having a great day. They want to be a part of the damn conversation.
Because I don't want to look at myself in the camera.
There's no way to do that. You're looking at a lens. Oh, good Lord.
You know how what I was doing on the curb at home, like when I was actually trying to scooter, and I did like the front board 270 and then turn in thingy bobber?
You want to do it on this?
Yeah, do that, like where you do the front board 270, some other cool thing. Do like a flare on that side if you can, the small side. You didn't actually do a flip from the 5 to the 3 and then come back up and try and do that. Whatever side you're comfortable on.
I don't even know. You're talking Spanish. Like, you're just saying a million different things.
Okay, ready?
I'm just gonna do something. Oh, I went to flat.
Yeah.
Hey, I did your front board 270 first try though. Let's go. It's time to go donate some stuff.
Heck yeah.
We're gonna go donate some clothes right now that we cleaned out of the house, and shoes. I have a lot of pairs of shoes that I needed to get rid of. And then I'll catch you guys back at the house. See you in a second. Okay, so here is a lot of the scooter stuff that I own that's older. You guys are obviously gonna see some wheels that are on scoots up here that I'm not bringing down. There's probably like maybe 15 or 20 on scooters that are kind of like, see there's one hiding right there, there's one right here. This is just like a normal razor wheel. There's a Lambo wheel right there. So I'm not gonna take those wheels off, but I will take these out, I'll take those out, and then this gargantuan box of wheels right here. But I'm not gonna take these wheels out because this is just full of like those old razor wheels, and there's some more razor wheels down there, and there's some more razor wheels down there. So those I am not bringing out. I'm just bringing out the main ones. Whoa, stupid idiot. The one I was going for right there is staying there. Jesus said no. Alright, so I got most of the wheels out. We have a few that are in here that I can't really like put down flat. Like this one that's attached to a truck, which is just like a normal MD full core. We got like a couple of these wheels that I didn't really feel like I should put out there because everybody has seen these. You have like this wheel as well as this Lucky wheel. This was like from a video. We have some miscellaneous wheels that are kind of laying around. I also want to reiterate, this is not all the wheels I have. This is not even close. This is just some of the ones that are kind of important to me and or I just had in the front of the stack. So here are just some of the wheels that I've kind of acquired throughout the years. All of these wheels have been ridden by me, just about 90% of these have been ridden by me and destroyed by me, or have not because they're still brand new. Most of the wheels that are in this stack are ones that you guys probably aren't gonna recognize because they're kind of irrelevant in the scooter world nowadays, but they're still solid wheels. And I tried to line them up with like, as per like irrelevancy all the way to what you guys are kind of used to seeing, which is kind of over here, but then I found more and it's kind of just mixed match, let's just say that. All right, so we're gonna start over here. This, I'm not entirely sure what wheel this is, to be honest with you guys. I wanna say this was a prototype wheel of some kind, but I'm not entirely sure. Could've just been like a random chine wheel, but this is extremely old. This is a Julio wheel that has been ridden down to pretty much nothing. A Julio wheel was the best wheel ever made, or one of the best wheels ever made in the scooter industry, and it was made by Scooter Zone. And these wheels were incredible and they lasted forever, as you can tell. We got an old Mag Gear wheel right here that I rode when I rode for Mag Gear. This is like a super old, one of the very first batches of Scooter Zone wheels. Again, incredible urethane. We got some Pro Comp whips here. This was like kind of Scooter Zone's cheap kind of budget wheel. I think these were 40 bucks for a pair, so they're pretty cheap. Or no, 30 bucks for a pair, 40 bucks with bearings, so they were super cheap. A lot of people liked them. This was a Speed Demon wheel that just obviously broke. I think this is one that I was trying out. This was a super cheap wheel. I think these were 20 bucks for a pair with bearings. This is a really cool wheel to have. These are super rare, and this is barely ridden. This is an Eagle wheel before Eagle was essentially a scooter company. Eagle started out as a rollerblading company, and this was their lightest wheel that they had at the time. Had one of these. This was super cool to ride, but it didn't end up. It ended up cracking right here, as you can see. Oops, right here. See that little crack? Toasted it. Right here we've got a super old Demon Core, another Scooter Zone wheel. Again, a wheel that lasted absolutely forever. Same urethane as on the Julio wheels. This was made by Scooter Zone, but it was by a brand called Pro Comp that was owned by Scooter Zone, but extremely popular. Next up, we've got another Demon Core wheel. This is not a Demon Core, sorry. These are Speed Demons, not Demon Cores. Speed Demon wheel. This one's not ridden at all. Again, super cheap wheel for back in the day. A lot of people rode these. This was another Speed Demon wheel that was just a different style. These wheels were straight out of China, so they were meant to be super cheap and just kind of get you by. This is a Nick Darger wheel, and for those of you guys that don't know who Nick Darger is, he is one of the original riders on Scooter Zone. This thing is pretty fresh. This was a wheel that was a prototype urethane that I rode with R. Gould, and this urethane actually was not that good, which is why we never ran this, but hey, I still have the wheel. Next up, we have another Julio. This was the Gum on Blue Splash. Now, I never liked this specific color of gum. I just don't think we really nailed the color properly, but I loved the Blue Splash core. I think that was so cool, so original, and you still don't see it much nowadays, but still a solid wheel. We got another Demon Core right here, obviously mega flat spotted. I think I went down a hill or something on this and just went for it. Next up, we've got one of my favorite wheels ever. We've got an old epic Quake wheel. This wheel is sick. This was probably one of the strongest wheels that I ever rode. Kind of an interesting step down sort of design on there, as opposed to doing what was normal at the time, which was kind of the curved inner core design like this. Super original, worked extremely well, and this urethane was some of my favorite. Next up, we have one of the original Proto wheels. I think this was, this was the first batch of pink that they ever made, and the pink on purple core was something that was really cool, very interesting at the time, because not that many people made pink, and yeah, this is definitely a cool one to have. Next up, we've got the Pied de Resistance. Is that, am I saying that right? This is my signature wheel. As you guys can see, that's my logo. Well, it's not my logo, but it's a little graphic in there that I literally drew on a CD and sent a picture of to James, and we just printed it on a wheel. Bam, sig wheel. This was the coolest thing ever. This was the first thing I ever got paid for in scootering ever, so this is very near and dear to my heart. We got another epic Quake, just a different design here. Again, an incredible wheel. Have so much to say about this, but not enough time. Now we're getting to stuff that's a little more relevant that you guys maybe have seen. This is like kind of an old Lucky wheel that's never ridden before, or was never before ridden, I should say. Just a little green on black action, 110mm, still a solid wheel. This is a wheel that I am, again, very proud of. This is my second ever signature wheel. You guys can see my autograph right there, and it was made by Epic. extremely strong, same exact urethane as on the Julio wheels, which was, again, my favorite urethane ever, so of course this made a lot of sense. I rode these wheels a ton. You'll see a few of these in this stack, and we will skip over them as we see them now that I've actually told you guys what they are, but again, incredible wheel. Next up, we've got another epic Quake wheel. This wheel was kind of the same idea as one of those, but more of a Julio sort of design. Still has that kind of step sort of design on the actual core, but it had a much thicker bearing area, and that was kind of one of the first wheels that ever did that because we struggled so much with kind of the thin bearing, like bearing races. I don't remember exactly what we called them, but the bearing walls here, we struggled so much with ovalizing these wheels. So James over at Scooter Zone, and they just made them a lot thicker, and that ended up working extremely well. Another one of my signature wheels. This is like a screwed up batch. Another one of my signature wheels. We got another Demon Core right here, which we already talked about. This wheel is actually super impressive to have. This is kind of one of the OGs that, like the OGs that are watching this video will absolutely be drooling right now. This is a Stan Smirnoff wheel that has never ever been ridden with the original bearings in there. This wheel, Stan Smirnoff was kind of one of the originators of trying to go high and big bars. That was Stan, and it's just really cool to have one of his wheels because he was a good guy, and I miss seeing him all the time. But Stan Smirnoff, if you're out there, if you're watching this video, shouts out to you, my man. Next up, we've got another Julio wheel right here. We got another Speed Demon. We got some OG Protos. I know Proto wheels haven't really changed much throughout the years, but their urethane has, and just kind of the color combinations that they offer have. So this is really cool to have. Obviously, we have the matching one right here that has a super bent core. It's kind of, it's like a flat spotted core. It's kind of odd. Another Proto right here. We go straight over into the black on blue splash Julio. Already talked about these. This was an old Branson Smith wheel that actually was never released by Epic, but you can actually get these wheels still over at Scooter Zone. So if you guys are looking for a wheel that's extremely good and is not going to break the bank or take a huge chunk out of your pocket, go ask about these because we have a ton of them. They're extremely good wheels, and they're definitely worth trying out, that's for sure. I think Matt's riding these right now. Got another one of my old signature wheels, another Epic Quake Julio's Pro Comp Whips. Already talked about this. This is a full core Epic Quake wheel, so this is kind of cool. Now you can really see that step design that we had going on in there. Worked super well. Purple on black Demon Core. My Sig Julio, My Sig Speed Demon, Epic Quake. This was kind of one of the really rare colorways, that crazy green on black. But yeah, this is a 105mm wheel. That was the thing about Quakes. There was no 110s. There were 100s and there were 105s. By Sig, Epic Quake, Proto, Julio. We got an old Lucky wheel that I used in the video. This is a cool one. This is Cody Donovan's signature wheel. Obviously this thing is absolutely thrashed. I didn't ride this wheel. This was not mine. But either way, I'm still stoked that I have one because, again, a very rare wheel, one of the best riders who ever lived, and he's a good dude. Epic Quake matching mag gear wheel, My Sigs, just a normal Lucky Lunar. Let's see, we got just like this is the old Eagle Sport wheel, just kind of one of those weird 6-spoke designs. Julio wheel, mine. Now we're getting into things that are like a little more things that you guys will recognize right now. We got I'm gonna have a lot of Envy wheels in this lineup too, because I've been riding for Envy now for many years, and they've been very kind to me when it comes to getting me parts. But this is obviously just an Envy hollow core wheel. We got the Envy 100 wheels right here. These are actually good wheels, and they're super light. So for those of you guys that are looking for a super light wheel, this is crazy light. Obviously the hundreds, but if that's what you're looking for. Again, we got another Envy wheel right here. Here we go. We got some of the Lambo wheels. I've got quite a few Lambo wheels. I've been riding these ever since they came out, and they were like just a new wheel from Envy. So I'm gonna take some of the credit in actually building these wheels up, because I talked about these so many times in YouTube videos, and I still talk about these to this day. Love these wheels. Another 100mm wheel, another matching Galaxy wheel. Here we go. You got a wheel that you guys have seen on the market plenty of times, and they're on the market today. This is an Envy Gap wheel. This is the Galaxy on black. The reason we call it Galaxy is because it has that kind of purple and blue sort of sparkly sort of colorway here. Super good wheel. I have quite a few of these. I've never really ridden these much. I've ridden them a couple times, but that kind of gap core design is the wheel that I've ridden on the tri-bearings. This wheel as well as that one are both just the same exact thing as that, just that has this galaxy sticker on it and those don't. Next up, we've got a few different gap wheels here. This whole thing was kind of odd. The reason these aren't opened is because they asked me to do a video promo for these wheels, but they only sent me one of each color. I was always a little confused about that. Like, why only get one of each color? I should have gotten two so I could, I don't know. Hey, I didn't do it. And the black one's over there. Then we got the tri-bearing wheels. You guys have obviously seen the tri-bearing wheels in my videos before. Whoa, big spider just came off of that. You see this guy? Oh, look, now he's going to hide in the whatever wheel. What do you think you're doing, bro? Get out of here. Now, I rode these wheels not that long ago for a long time. I think this was the very first tri-bearing wheel I ever rode. And of course, still have it. This is the same wheel as that one over there. Another gap wheel, Lambos, 100 mils. This was the very first ever clear urethane Envy wheel. This was one that they actually sent to me to have me test. And you can actually see some things in there that were actually never produced, but kind of interesting. And this wheel right here was probably one of my favorite wheels that Envy ever sent me. This is a glow-in-the-dark wheel, but it's a blue glow-in-the-dark wheel. Envy did make some glow-in-the-dark parts. They made like glow-in-the-dark grips, but this glowed blue, and I always thought that was so freaking cool because I had never seen that before, especially on a wheel, and I still haven't to this day. So if anybody out there wants to make some blue glow-in-the-dark wheels, they look really cool. Got just like a normal Envy Spy Spoke, just a normal Envy full core, a couple of the other wheels that I already showed you guys earlier, another whip, Demon Core, we got, or Speed Demon, we got Lambos, of course. This, I had to put at least one in here. This wheel in particular is actually, it's pretty rare. You wouldn't believe me by looking at it, but it's a blue razor wheel, and these, you didn't see them super often. Did you see them? Yes. Very often? No. So it's really cool that I actually was able to get my hands on one. I don't know where I actually got this, but I do remember riding it. This wheel is an old Fusion wheel, believe it or not. This is when Fusion was specifically next sport, and that was when they made those four-wheel scooters. I don't know if you guys ever saw those. Fusion actually didn't have a very good reputation back in the day. Now they've definitely picked it up. But this is one of the wheels that they came out with years ago. This is 125 millimeter, and it is a plastic core wheel. So I always thought it was kind of interesting, so I kept it. This is one of the very first mag gear wheels ever, just like a pretty average 5-spoke 110 wheel, the blade wheels. I gotta say though, these wheels sucked. They're horrible. Moving over to one of probably the most respected wheels in this entire lineup. This is my very first ever Proto Wheel. This is part of the very first batch ever, and that first batch actually really sucked. Sorry, Andrew, but it's still really cool to have one of these. I've been a long time supporter of Proto and the things that Andrew does. He's done a lot for scootering. He's definitely an innovator, and I'm stoked to have a couple of his wheels in this lineup, specifically this one because it's so old. And yeah, this is really cool to have. This is just like an old Agent Orange wheel. Agent Orange was a company way back in the day, and they did make 100 or 110 millimeter wheels as well. But this was like they were a wheel company way back in the day that made rollerblade wheels, and again, scooter riders saw that, grabbed them because they felt very nice on the actual pavement or at the skate park, things like that. They just felt a little bit better than these razor wheels do. But this one wasn't the proper size. I don't think I actually rode this one. I think this is one of my friends, and he just threw it in the trash, so I grabbed it. But yeah, old Agent Orange wheel. I wish I had a couple green machines. You guys that are OGs, you'll know what I'm talking about, but that's cool to have. And we have an old Yak Low Pro wheel. Again, you guys probably aren't going to know what this is. A lot of you guys that are watching, probably about 95% of you guys, maybe even higher. But the OGs that are watching this video will know exactly what this is. And this is a never before ridden Yak Low Pro wheel. Low Pro wheel just means that it wasn't like a perfect Yak wheel, which I do have some Yak wheels, but they're all over at Scooter Zone right now. Because I keep like my really high-end, super hard to find scooter parts over there. I don't keep them in my garage just in case something happens. But stoked to have these, and of course, like I said earlier, we've got to have a couple of these in there. Just some standard razor wheels, which I have probably about 500 of in my garage over there. But that is my scooter wheel lineup. Again, this isn't even close to all of the wheels that I own. Most of the wheels that I have are over at Scooter Zone in an even bigger box than this one, and they are some of the relics of scootering, and some of the wheels that are in there are wheels that you'll never ever see anyone else have. Well, that's probably taking it a little bit far, but you probably will never see them ever. So I'm really stoked to have some of these wheels that are lined up right here and be able to show them to you guys, because this is a huge part of Scootering's history, and there's a lot of years of Scootering in here, and a lot of innovation and a lot of research and development went into making every single one of these wheels, and I am just proud to have as many wheels as I do. I'll never ride most of these wheels ever again. I might ride a couple of Lambos if mine break or I give them away or something. And I've given away a ton of scooter parts as well. I've probably given away at the very least 200 scooter wheels. I've probably given away 100 forks, countless sets of bars. I've given away plenty of decks and things like that. So this is just kind of like the stuff that I didn't want to give away. This was like stuff that was really important to me, and again, I'm honored to have it all, and I'm honored to say that I have my name on some of these parts too. That's like an incredible feeling. And of course, like, this isn't like my decks or anything like that, of course, but again, just really cool to have this stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Hopefully you guys learned a thing or two about scootering and where we came from, but it's interesting to see where scootering is headed, and I am really excited to see what the future holds. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I'll be over at the park here very soon again. Until then, I'm out. Later.